Married to a drug dealer. After my ex-husband went to jail, he was in the city jail for a while, and I was praying. I was praying to the Lord for help and a helper and a way out of a terrible situation. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a vehicle. I didn't have money. I didn't have food. I needed help. I needed a lot of help. I lived in a city where I had no family. We had moved to a city for work, and I was here by myself. So I was kind of left just between me and the Lord. So I was praying and asking the Lord for help, giving my life back to Christ. And then I just kind of waited. I didn't know how the Lord was going to move, and I really wasn't expecting a whole lot from the Lord. I really didn't know what to expect. I got a job at a convenience store, and there was a lot of men that came in and was trying to talk to me, and I didn't want anything to do with any of them. And then there was this one young man that kept coming in, and it just was not working out. It was not working out between him and I at all. He came in a very busy time, and I told him to come back the next day. Well, he didn't, so that I just kind of wiped that away. That was not coming. But the Lord was working behind the scenes, but I didn't recognize the Lord. And I'm not the only one who didn't recognize the Lord. Read 1 Kings chapter 19, start at verse 9, go down to 13. And then he went into a cave, Elijah. Elijah was hiding from Jezebel, and I'm sure it was a horrible time for Elijah. He was terrified. And then he went into a cave, and he spent the night in that place. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him and said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" I know there's a difference between Elijah and Elijah. I hope I'm getting that right. And if I'm not, I apologize. So he said, "I have been very zealous for the Lord God of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant, tore down your altars, and killed your prophet with the sword. I alone am left, and they seek to take my life." He's telling the Lord as if the Lord didn't already know. I guess he had to fill the Lord in. Then he said, "Go out, stand on the mountain before the Lord." And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind tore into the mountains and broke the rocks in pieces before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. To Elijah, it probably did seem that must be the Lord, that great, powerful wind. But that wasn't the Lord. After the wind, an earthquake. And I'm sure he thought the Lord was in the earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. We think of God as a consuming fire. I'm sure Elijah thought that the fire was the Lord. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still, small voice. A whisper. So it was when Elijah heard it that he wrapped his face in the mantle and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. And suddenly a voice came to him and said, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" Sometimes it's difficult for us to find the Lord because of the commotion that's around us. The wind, the waves, the earthquake, It's all around us today. If you look at the news, it's all over the news. There's tragedies. But we have to find the Lord. And the Lord is in a small voice, a whisper, a gentle voice. When I was trying to hear the Lord, trying to figure out the direction of the Lord, I didn't see that the Lord was working behind the scenes with that man that I discarded at the convenience store. But the Lord kept pushing him my way, and I kept pushing him away. But eventually God did have his way. And I began to notice that man, and he began to notice me. And then we started talking, a gradual. I couldn't be pushed into anything. I had gone through too much. I had to go very, very slow. But it was the Lord. It was the Lord working through that man to reach me, to find my way and my path. And that man, who is now my husband, we've been together over 30 years, he came in beside me and he provided everything that the Lord had wanted me to have. I'll tell you more.